What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I want to give you guys my top 4 favorite mid-ranges for beginner players and for players with slower arm speeds. This list is designed for the player who has a hard time throwing hyzer flip shots or turnover shots. So a hyzer flip shot being a shot you release on this angle that continues to go straight, and a turnover being a shot that you release like this that moves from left to right. So if this sounds like you, definitely watch the entire video, because one of these 4 discs is definitely going to help you learn to throw those shots and improve your game. Number 4 on the list is going to be the Prodigy M4. I bagged an M4 for a really long time, but one of the other discs on this list knocked this out of my bag, and then one of the further discs on the list knocked that one out of the bag. But the M4 is still a great option. I actually really like this disc for backhand and for forehand throws. Absolutely board flat. Feels extremely comfortable in the hand, beadless. It's basically just a great grab and throw mid-range that any player is going to enjoy throwing. So give it a quick toss and move on to number 3. You can see flying extremely straight. Again, on forehand throws, I'm able to get it to hyzer flip and go very straight on the forehand throw as well. So it's a little bit more torque resistant than a lot of the other understable mid-ranges on this list. Now, number 3 on this list, my next favorite, is going to be the RPM Piawaka. This is going to be a little bit more understable than the Prodigy M4. Prodigy M4, as you can see, does have a little bit of stability for sure, but the RPM Piawaka is definitely going to be a little bit less stable. And if you have very slow arm speed or you're brand new to disc golf, then this would be an even better option for you, because when released on that same angle, it's going to be a lot more likely to pick up and go straight. And when you release it flat, it's going to be a lot more likely to get that turn. This is going to be really useful for the players, again, that are throwing nose up, not getting a lot of power on their shots. You can pick up a Piawaka and throw much straighter than you previously were able to. You can see holding much straighter and actually beginning to drift from left to right, and then gliding quite far as well. Now, number 2 on the list is going to be the Latitude 64 Fuse. The Fuse is something that I threw for almost a year. Basically, all of last year, I had 3 different fuses in the bag. I had 2 disc golf bra fuses that flew at different stabilities, and then this Johnny McRae fuse, which is the most stable of my fuses. The disc golf bras are gone, and yeah, this is the only one I have left, is this really cool Johnny McRae Opto X fuse. So if you want a more stable fuse, this is going to be a really great run for you. But the fuse definitely has a very different profile from those first 2 discs. As you can see, it carries a little bit more dome. It's kind of a little bit chunkier on the bottom here. Feels kind of like a putter bottom and a mid-range top. But you're going to get that super dependable laser beam straight flight out of one of these guys. So we'll give old Johnny a throw here. You can see, just point and shoot, mega straight with a slightly dependable fade at the end. But one of the most shapeable discs that I've ever thrown. Now, my number 1 most favorite straight mid-range that's beginner friendly is the Discraft Meteor. I've thrown the Meteor in, I think, 6 different plastics now, and they all fly exactly the same. This is probably the most understable Meteor that I've ever thrown, but it's marginally less stable than any other Meteor I've ever thrown. This is an old ESP one. I just like the way this plastic feels, so this is the one that I'm currently bagging. But the Meteor carries a little bit faster profile than those other mid-ranges, and it carries quite a bit more distance, in my opinion. So the Meteor is something that's going to help you kind of stretch, you know, another 25 to 30 feet on your mid-range shots. And I find the Meteor to be super comfortable in the hand. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of the pinch grip. So I pinch my index finger and my thumb, and then I basically just fan the rest of my fingers, and that's how I like to grip my mid-ranges. The Meteor is my go-to point and shoot mid-range. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by Discraft, but I do just really enjoy throwing the Meteor, and it's a disc that I just don't really see myself playing without for the foreseeable future until something better comes along. So number 1 on my list is the Discraft Meteor. We'll give it 1 throw, and then we'll wrap up the video. You can see just carrying a nice flip up, carrying very easy distance, and going a little bit farther than all the other discs that I threw in today's video. Comment your favorite mid-range down below. You guys are watching Iceberg TV. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and take care.